it's time for the Teenage Salute with your host, Milt Gamble. And brought to you by the Modern Corporation of San Leandro, the people whose interest is in the youth of your community. Now, we feature here on the Teenage Salute the Youth in Action, the Prep of the Week, and the Sportsmanship Awards. Well, I'm your host, Milt Gamble, and today we have quite a program set up for you. You're going to meet our guests from the boys' clubs, and on our safety program, we're going to hear about driver education, and then, of course, our prep and coach of the week. Well, right now, we're going to get along with this program because we'd like to have you meet, as the Teenage Salute presents, the O'Hara Trophy Annual Presentation Award. These awards will be presented later in the show to the Alameda County Boys Clubs of California and their Boy of the Year winners. And to start right off, I'd like to have you meet the guests that we have with us. First of all, the executive director of the two Oakland Boys Clubs, the Meltzer Clubhouse and the East Oakland Clubhouse, Mr. Gil Eaton. Next to Gil is the young man selected by the Meltzer Clubhouse as the Boy of the Year. We'll be talking to them later. Then we come along to the manager of the East Oakland Boys Club, Lloyd Kelmer, and their selection of the Boy of the Year. And then here on my left is the executive director for the San Leandro Boys Club, who is Al Barris. Al Barris is the executive director of the San Leandro Boys Club, and he has with him here Jerry Goldman. Jerry is the San Leandro's representative. Al, we're going to be talking to you in just a moment as we meet your Boy of the Year. And then we're going to move on to James Nolan, who is the executive director for the Alameda Boys Club, and meet him. Now, first of all, let's start off with down at the end and meet, first of all, James Nolan. James, you want to tell us something about this boy of yours selected by the Alameda Club?
Our Boy of the Year is, our honor Boy of the Year is Jess Padilla, who's been very active in our dramatics program and also plays for one of our basketball teams and for one of our baseball teams. He has just progressed to the point with our dramatics club where he has directed several plays for us.
Well, Jim, this is an honorary Boy of the Year award. I understand that your William Fisher was the Boy of the Year.
Bill Fisher was our Boy of the Year, and he returned to his native state of Missouri. Had to return rather unexpectedly, so that our honor Boy of the Year, Jess Padilla, is representing him.
All right, Jess, tell us something about you. Where do you go to school?
Encinal High School.
Encinal High School. Now, Jim says you're active in sports, and you're also an actor. How about this acting?
Well, our dramatics club, we put on plays every Friday night, and we rehearse Tuesday nights.
You have a pretty good baseball team over there this year, Encinal.
Yes, we are. We're getting along pretty good.
Getting along pretty good. Tell me, how long you been in boys club work?
Off and on. Yeah.
About a year, two?
No, 2 years.
2 years. What do you like best of all the boys clubs?
Basketball.
Basketball. You have a pretty good club over there at Alameda?
Yes.
Good. All right. Now, let's come down here to Al Barris, friend of ours here from San Leandro Boys Club. And Al, you've been active in boys club work for a good many years, haven't you?
That's right, Milt.
How long now?
Well, since 1945.
Since 45. All right, tell us about this young man that you have here.
Oh, our Boy of the Year in San Leandro Boys Club is Jerry Goldman, a junior student at San Leandro High School. Jerry has been quite active in the Boys Club activities, showing leadership ability. He was a camp counselor, and he tells me now that he wants the top job in our new building. They're going to open in June.
Yes, we understand. How's that coming?
Come along fine. The community has been wonderful, backing us up and giving us a lot of support, and we're getting pretty close now.
Good. All right, let's find out something from Jerry. Jerry, you're active in sports, I understand, baseball?
Yes, sir.
Well, now, we were talking to your coach here the other night, and he said the varsity's going to have kind of a little rough time this year. How about the JVs?
Our JVs are doing pretty good. We've won about 7 in a row, and I think our varsity will surprise everybody in our league, too.
All right. What position do you play?
I play catcher for JVs.
This your first year out for the JVs?
Yes, sir.
Play any Babe Ruth ball or before?
Yeah, I played a couple of years in Babe Ruth.
Good. What do you, how long have you been in boys club work?
About 2 or 3 years.
2 or 3 years. What enjoyment do you get most out of the San Leandro Boys Club?
The enjoyment I get out of Boys Club is just seeing little kids growing up and seeing them build them into better men as I have been.
Fine. Was this quite a selection for San Leandro? This looks like this boy knows what he wants out of Boys Club work.
It's been quite a selection. Jerry has been quite active in the Boys Club, and he's had a little bit of competition with some of the other fellas, but he's quite a leader, and he takes time out to help the other boys.
Well, that's important, I know, for you people that have been in boys work for a long time. Now, I'm going to move over to my right here, and I'd like to talk now to Lloyd Kelmer. You are the manager of the East Oakland Boys Club, is that right?
That's right, Mel.
How many boys do you suppose that you take care of a year out there in the East Oakland Boys Club?
Well, we can
That's a tough question.
say last year, for instance, we served 1,095 boys, Mel.
1,095 boys.
That's right.
All right, now let's hear something about your selection here.
Well, Robert was chosen as Boy of the Year for the East Oakland Clubhouse because of his outstanding club loyalty, his sportsmanship, and his junior leadership ability. He's a fine boy. He's participated in a good many activities, and we hope to have him continue on the way he's been going.
Well, Robert? Is it Robert or Bob?
Robert.
Robert. All right. You go to Havens Court Junior High School?
Yes, sir.
Have you been in boys work long, working in the boys clubs?
6 years.
6 years. Well, you started real young then, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
What do you like most of all in boys clubs?
Basketball.
Basketball. You got a pretty good club in East Oakland?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, how old are some of the boys that come into the East Oakland Club? What are their ranges?
Well, from 7, 18, and sometimes they go a little over.
A little over.
Yes,
How often do you make a boys club? Every couple of times a week, or what is it average?
Well, sometimes it's more people come in, and sometimes have bad days.
You have more. You have bad days, Lloyd. It sounds like a
For the
business.
past week, Milt, we've had a daily attendance of 250 boys a day.
I see. Well, is that a pretty good,
That's a good
turnover, isn't it?
average, yeah.
Fine. And how long have you yourself been working in boys club?
5 years.
5 years. All right, fine. Well, now let's move on to the dean, I guess, of boys club work. Al smiling, everybody's smiling here, and that's, of course, Gil Eaton. Gil Eaton is the executive director for the Meltzer Clubhouse and the East Oakland Boys Club. Well, Gil, how about telling us about this young man, and then I've got some questions for you.
Well, I'm very happy to present our Boy of the Year, John Larigo. Johnny is 12 years old, goes to Hoover Junior High School, and Johnny's parents are exceptionally useful around the boys' clubs. They make themselves useful. His father drives the bus for us on Saturdays to basketball games and so forth, and his mother helps with the cooking in the kitchen.
Well,
Johnny is a great boy.
Those are the kind of people you can always use.
That's right.
And tell me this, why was the boy selected? What is the...
Johnny was selected for outstanding ability in club loyalty, assistance to the staff throughout the club, and his ability to play a great game of basketball. He's a member of the quiz team, the spelling team, and just an all-around boy at Oakland Boys Clubs.
Good. All right, John, how long have you been active and going to the boys club? 5 years now?
5 years.
Should I ask you the same question? What do you enjoy most of all?
Basketball.
Basketball. Now, this basketball is quite a program you've got there, Gil. What team do you play on?
I play for the hundreds.
The 100-pound team, John. How did they do this year?
We won the championship.
Oh, well, that's why you like basketball. Now, how about the basketball's over? You going to have a baseball team?
Yes, sir.
Do you go out for baseball?
Yes, sir.
What position?
Left field.
You know, you all talk about basketball. Where are you going to high school?
Planning to go to McClymonds.
Planning to go to McClymonds. Well, they've got the basketball teams in the whole California here, haven't they?
Yes, sir.
They sure have. Well, let's go back here to Gil for a moment. Gil, you have 2 boys clubs under your supervision there. How do they vary in any ways?
Well, yes, they vary in this respect, that in East Oakland, why, we have boys that are more interested in crafts than the boys in West Oakland are. Boys in West Oakland are more sports conscious than probably they are in East Oakland, yet East Oakland produces very good sports teams.
Fine. All right. Now, Gil, before I let you go, how many boys take part in the Meltzer Clubhouse?
Just about 1,000.
Is this one of the largest clubs?
No, it isn't. It's a large club. It's the largest, I guess, on this side of the bay, but in San Francisco they have clubs with larger memberships.
Gil, some mighty fine boys have come out of the Meltzer Clubhouse that we've heard in sports and taken part. Could you mention a few of those?
Well, I could, Bill Russell, the great basketball player, Frankie Robinson, are two that have come out, and I might say this for Frankie, that when he comes here to play with the Cincinnati Reds, he'll be sure to give me a call and tell me that he misses Oakland Boys Club.
Good, and I think big James Hadnot that's back there.
Jimmy Hadnot, Providence College, one of our boys.
Jim was one of your boys. Well, fine,
Vincent Pater.
Vincent Pater. Good. Well, thanks, Gil, for bringing your group down. And now I'm going to come back over here, if I can, to Al Barris for a moment. Al, you mentioned earlier something about this new club, the San Leandro Boys Club. We were out there to your old club here a couple of years ago. We did a show from there. You're pretty proud of this new club, aren't you?
We really are, Milt. We've got quite a plant under construction, nearing the completion stages, and we hope around June 1st we'll be open for the boys in the community.
All right.
And I think we'll surpass Gil Eaton's mark of attendance.
Well, you know, Gil mentioned something that we noticed out there, too, at the San Leandro Boys Club. You go in for a lot of arts and crafts, too.
That's right. We have, they're craft conscious.
Is this also in Lloyd and Alameda? Is this a big program with you people over there?
Arts and Crafts is a very big program for us. In fact, we are the defending champions in the Northern California Boys Club Arts and Crafts competition, thanks to very fine interest that the Alameda boys have, and the fine directors that we do have. Our assistant, Roger Erickson, has done a wonderful job with the Arts and Crafts program.
Well, you know, we noticed something here today, friends, that every one of these executive directors are very proud of their boys clubs, and I think that's what makes boys clubs such a wonderful thing. Well, fellas and boys, congratulations to you. As we said, we will present the trophies to you a little later on, and it's been real nice having all of you with us.
Thank you.
All right, fine. Well, now we're going to go over and we're going to meet our prep of the week and his coach. You know, that is a weekly feature that we have here, always on the Teenage Salute. And this young man that was selected today by the East Bay Prep Writers Association is Ray Sadler from Castlemont High School. And this is quite an honor because just 2 weeks ago we had Castlemont Prep here on our program, and we're back again today with another one of their selections. And I know Nick Garadakis here. Nick's our coach, and Nick, you're very proud, I'm sure, of your young man here, Ray Sadler, right?
Oh, that I am, Milt. I'm tremendously proud of Ray.
Well, now, our boy 2 weeks ago, Benny Whitfield, had a tremendous day at the Berkeley meet here Friday, right?
Right. Benny finally beat Sid Nicholas. Sid had beat him consecutively for 2 years up until last Friday.
Good. Now, supposing we find out something about this young man here, because, you know, we talked to Ray, friends, when we were at the luncheon, and he was selected as the Prep of the Week by the East Bay Prep Writers Association. Ray was going out to the Berkeley meet, and I said, Ray, will you win that match so that when you're on the show Sunday, we can talk about it? Well, you did that, too, Ray.
Yeah.
The 880, right?
Yes.
What was your time?
152.2. I mean, 158.
158.2. Do you feel it was a real fine effort that day? Did you just feel right?
Well, I don't feel too good.
You didn't feel too good?
No.
All right. Well, now, Nick, let's find out about that. He didn't feel too good, but he sure ran, didn't he?
Right. He ran real well. He was a little bit slower than we had anticipated for him to run. We promised you that he would run around a 156, and he only ran a 158.2.
Well, that's all right. We'll still take it. Now, tell me something about this young man. Tell me why he was selected by the East Bay Prep Writers Association as the Prep of the Week.
Well, Ray was selected for his fine effort at El Cerrito Relay. He ran on a mile relay, which he had to run a 440 leg. He ran a 47.1, 4:40, which is phenomenal time. He also ran a 21-1 for a 2:20 leg of the 880 relay, and he also came in 5th with a broad jump of 21-11 1/4.
Well, Nick, this is a tremendous club you seem to have at Castlemont this year, isn't it? You've got high hopes for this track team.
Oh, we really do. So far, we've been lucky, and everything's been with us, and we're just rolling along. If everything keeps this way, why, we'll be real happy.
What's the next big meet for Castlemont?
Well, the next meet will be Tech, which will be Thursday when we get back to school, and then that following Saturday, we're going to Martinez Relays, and we'll take another crack at that mark for the mile relay team.
Well, you told us now that Ray here is a tremendous prospect as far as a decathlon star. Do you think that the boy will go on in that field? Do you think that he'll be able to compete in the different events?
Well, I believe so, Milt. We're going to try him yet this year in the mile, and that'll be the long distance phase of it. He's fair in the field events. The only ones that we'd have to worry about would be the discus and the shot. That takes a little more beef or meat, shall we say, than Ray has right at the present time. But he's good in the races, and he's also good in the other events in the decathlon.
What are your plans for Ray? You have a couple of big events coming up later in the year, haven't you, for Ray?
Right. We're going to try to enter Ray in the open AAU 400-meter dash for the Olympic tryouts this year down in Bakersfield.
Good. All right. Can I go over and talk to you to Ray for a minute? Ray, what about these meets coming up? What is your goal? Now, every athlete has a certain goal, and you, as a track star, have, I'm sure. What would it be?
Well, I just like to get out there and win.
You like to win, huh?
Yeah, you know, just practice hard and do your best, you know.
I understand, too, that you'd like to maybe continue on to. Would you like to someday look forward to the Olympics?
Yes, I would.
That would be the goal, I guess, of every boy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Your time the other day now, 1:58, was it?
Yes.
What do you think that you should really come out with?
Around about a 1:54.
1:54. Can he do that, Nick?
Oh, I believe he can. We're hoping for him to get down that low. Lee over at San Mateo ran a 1:53 just Saturday, so we, in order to do a good job, have to beat Lee's time.
Good. All right, let's present to you, as president of the Prep Writers Association, it's a real privilege for me to present to you the East Bay Prep Writers Prep of the Week trophy.
Thank you
Congratulations, Ray, and we hope we're going to hear a lot about you before the year is over.
All right.
All right. And Nick, well, you were a guest once again, so we'll have to give you another little token from Rogers Clothers, our alternate sponsor, and best of luck to you in the coming meet.
Thank you very much, Mel.
Thank you, Nick. Fine. Thank you very much. Well, now, you know, we have to tell you something about our board over here. You know, our safety board is something that we've been talking about, and once again, the people at Modern Air are graciously donating their commercial time so that we can talk to you about our accident board. Now, Modern Air has become so appalled at the growing accident rate that they want to do everything that they can to make the average driver more aware of the situation. You know, we've been on the show now, what, 17, 18 minutes, and as you notice, our clock has ticked relentlessly on. But do you realize that the total on the safety board is the number of people who have been killed or injured just since our program started? Now, Modern Air, our sponsors, have expressed their willingness to devote program time in search for greater highway safety. And you know, this brings us to our guests that are sitting waiting there at the conference table for us on our safety portion of the Teenage Salute. And I'd like to introduce, first of all, to you the president of the Board of Education of the San Leandro Unified School District, Mrs. Winifred Crew. And next to Mrs. Crew is Ed Auger, the senior at San Leandro High School. Ed is active in, in sports. He's active in student government. He's a former class president and an important cog in the famous San Leandro tennis team. And Ed is active in church and community work as well. And moving on next, we have Gloria Clifton. Gloria, with a big smile, and she's a student at San Leandro High School as well. Gloria is active in music and student government. She's had numerous elective and appointive offices at junior and at high school. And still she's found time to have her church and other activities. Then, finally, down at the end, with another big smile, is Claudia Brandon. And Claudia is also a student at San Leandro High School, and she's active in music circles. She's a foreign exchange student finalist and a prominent in student government offices. So that's our 4 guests that we have for our safety portion of the program. Now, Miss Crew, besides being president of the Board of Education, is a former president of the San Leandro School Advisory Council, and she's been active in many of the school, PTA, church, and other activities. And I understand, too, you have a young daughter yourself, right, Mrs. Crew?
Yes, I do have.
All right. Well, now we would like to find out something about your program. You know, Miss Crew, we've been told that the San Leandro Unified School District has a very fine driving education program. In fact, it's a little different than some of the other schools. Is that right?
Yes, it is, Mr. Gamble. It is unique for this reason that our students have their in-car training after school and on Saturdays, and they never miss any of their regular classroom instruction.
Well, now I understand that this award was presented to the San Leandro area. Is that right? You want to tell us something about it? I think if we can pick this up here on our camera, you can tell us about it.
Yes, this grand award was given by Look magazine in 1958, and we were very proud to receive it.
Good. All right. Well, now let's talk to some of our students over here. And let's talk first of all to you, Ed. Ed, why'd you decide to apply for an extra course in driver training? This is, we understand, out of the regular classwork. Now, why'd you decide on it?
Well, for myself and the other male students at San Leandro High School, there's the large problem of insurance rates. Upon completion of driver education, there's usually a 10% deduction on these rates. There's also the aspect of trying to build a better name for the teenage drivers by becoming a good and safe driver.
How about you young ladies down there now? Ed mentioned insurance reduction. Are you allowed that as well?
No, the girls aren't considered any greater risk than adult drivers. Therefore, there's no need to give them reductions. The reasons that I took driver's education at school was because I wanted to become a better than average driver, plus the fact that my parents wanted me to learn from pros.
All right. Claudia?
Well, my parents were very much concerned with the statistics of teenage accidents. They wanted me to learn properly from the start, so that's why they advised that I take driver's ed.
Well, Claudia, what did you do at the start? Did the instructor demonstrate for you for a while, or just what was the first thing that you had when you went out there to take driving?
Well, the first 5 minutes, our instructor talked to us on the safety items and the other devices of the car. And after this period, we each had our turn at driving. I think that our instructor drove just for about 10 minutes throughout the whole course, and this was just for one parking demonstration.
Gloria?
At the beginning, when we started learning how to drive, we mastered starting and stopping. We approached blind intersections. We did U-turns.
I hope not at the red signal.
No. Well, we learned the proper place to do them. We approached blind intersections and we did turnabouts.
Turnabouts? Now, what's that?
This is a reversal in direction. Something very similar to a U-turn, only it's done in the middle of the block. And the reasons for including this in the course is because it's a precise motion. And when one is able to do a turnabout well, they are able to control their car in any situation.
Well, that's very interesting. Now, Ed, did your course follow the same pattern?
Yes, Mr. Gamble, it followed quite closely. They also took us into city traffic during the rush hours and let us park during the shopping hours, etc. Then they took us into the hills and showed us how to start, stop, and park on the hills. And then eventually, after we've had enough experience, they let us out on the California highways.
Thought it was safe, huh?
Right.
All right, Gloria?
To me, the most interesting part was freeway driving and learning the proper way to enter and exit. I think the main reason for this interest is because I attend church and work in Oakland, and I commute on the freeway quite frequently.
Well, I found parking the most interesting to me. I found that it was very easy. At first I thought it would be very hard, but after our instructor demonstrated and showed us the simple techniques to parking, I found it very easy to do.
Now, the three of you have mentioned almost everything that you might have covered in a driving course. Were there any situations that were not covered, Ed?
Well, for myself, upon completing the driver education course, we took long trips. course, these weren't covered in our course. And also there was no night driving covered. No.
Gloria, you mentioned earlier we heard mentioning observation time. Was this valuable, or did you just ride around?
No, for myself it proved very valuable. One of the main reasons was because we only had 3 in the car, and it was going to be your turn quite soon. And sometimes the instructor would show something to one student, and he would be giving it as an example for all 3 of us. So the observation time proved very helpful.
Claudia, did it help you too?
Yes, Mr.
Saw a
Gamble.
smile, that's why I was going to ask you.
Yes, it did help us. There were 4 in our car, but the time went by pretty fast for us too. I found that, and I think the other students did too, that this observation period was very helpful because we learned by each other's mistakes, and this is a very important part of learning.
Ed, when did you learn about the laws and regulations? Is there a class for that in school?
Yes, sir. The course is covered in life problems in the 9th grade. You learn your laws and regulations in this class. Next year they're going to move it into the 10th grade, so it'll more evenly coincide with the actual behind-the-wheel driving.
Do you teenagers feel that you're better drivers than, say, those of your classmates who haven't had any training? Oh, you're going to say yes, aren't you? How about that?
I think we do, because we learned easier, and we're quicker and faster because of these little things that we've picked up in driver's education that are so important. And by little things, I mean something like signaling at every turn. This is important. It's something small, but still it's important.
All right.
Well, I found that when I was a passenger before I had driver's education, I found myself not being very alert to the different traffic situations. But after I did have driver's education, I found that I would watch more what the driver did and think through the different situations myself. And therefore, I think that this is very valuable in learning to be a good driver.
Well, very good, students. I think you teenagers did a real fine job. Miss Crew, what do you think?
I think they did an excellent
They
job.
certainly did. Now, look, we've been talking about driver education in the San Leandro Unified School District. What about these cars, Miss Crew? Where do they come from? I mean, are they bought by the school?
No, Mr. Gamble, we are very fortunate that several of the new car dealers in San Leandro furnish the cars for the students.
Well, that's very good. Now, we'd like to also thank, I think, today Mr. Larson. You know, he helped with this, preparing our program for us today. And I think we have a minute or two left. While we're going to, maybe we can get back and ask you one question maybe to each one of you. Can we do that? First of all, Ed, we'll just throw it to you. Maybe you can answer it for us. Why is a car so important to teenagers?
Well, I think one of the reasons might be the prestige behind it, and it's also quite valuable getting around town, going to the library whenever you want it. Your parents don't have to take you. And of course, dates. It used to be a little embarrassing to have your parents take you on to the junior prom or something of this sort.
Good. All right. Gloria, what do your parents think of the course at school?
Oh, they're all for the course. They think that professionals should teach the children or the students because they don't pick up the little individual habits that the adults have.
All right, fine. Now, well, I think we're pretty close to the end of our show, Miss Crew, and I believe that you said you had something. We'd like to thank you, especially for bringing all these people down with us today.
Well, we want to thank you, Mr. Gamble. We certainly have welcomed this opportunity to appear on your program. And if I have just a minute, I want to commend the Modern Air Corporation for the recognition that they are paying our teenagers in the Bay Area.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Crew, and thank you, students. And with that, we're going to wind up another of our Teenage Salute presentations. You know, as we've said, this is the program that joins together these teenagers and you, the parents, as our viewing audience. Until we meet again, this is Milt Gamble saying so long for now.
This is KTVU Channel 2, San Francisco, Oakland. Stay tuned now for Sheena of the Jungle, next in view. Mike Cannonball Malone and his partner Jerry have acquired a passenger, a glamorous girl reporter who's out to learn all about the hectic C&A trucking run.
Jerry and Mike